They said finding an Earthling would be impossible. Many had died trying. But after 319 days, I, Dean Kilmer, Hero 143 of the planet Terra, finally made contact with a female Earthling. Unfortunately, she happened to be one of the most dangerous creatures in the universe. For prosperity, I will now describe how this historic moment took place. From the safety of my spaceship, I watched as the female Earthling battled against a fearsome warrior tribe known as the Scourge, famous throughout the galaxy for eating their captives, constructing shelters from the bones of their victims, and killing the last herd of Googons with no more than a few dull knives. The Scourge now lay shattered and defeated across the windswept dunes of a nameless moon, all slain by the female Earthling. My hand ached as I struggled to log all the action in my journal. In the distance, dark clouds started to gather. Yellow drops splattered on my ship's window as I hurried my words onto paper, hoping the storm would pass. Then, a lightning bolt splintered across the sky and slammed into my ship's engine, sending my ship tumbling towards the desert below. I fought to regain control, but it was no use. I was going down, and it was going to hurt. My ship crashed into the desert sand, sending me headfirst through my spaceship window. I considered myself lucky, having survived with no more than a few minor scratches, a bloodied nose, and a dull headache, until she strode up. Dressed in metallic green armor, the female Earthling stepped forward. Her fire-red hair spilled out from beneath her hood as she greeted me with the active end of her rifle.
"Bad choice coming down here,"
she said.
"Turn around."
It was said gazing into her eyes would turn her victims into solid iron, so I quickly aimed my gaze at the ground and ignored the request.
"I know you understand me,"
she continued.
"I can see your translator."
Again, I ignored her. She grabbed me by the arm and dragged me through the desert. Sand funneled into my boots as we went. I fought to keep my boots from sliding off until the left one came loose and disappeared in the distance. I tried to alert her, but she didn't seem to care. We passed several dead Scourge, then several more, finally coming to a stop outside a low-lying cave. Thick red vines partially blocked the view inside, but it looked dark and quite scary. The female Earthling released my arm and pointed towards the cave.
"Go,"
she said. Two small spacecrafts dashed ahead. She stood her ground, unleashing death and fury into the sky, hitting one of the crafts with her rifle and sending it spiraling into the distant sand dune. I sheltered my head, then looked back at her in disbelief.
"Less me, more cave,"
she said. But I could not pull myself from the action. I witnessed many of her battles, but always from a safe distance. Now, I was in the thick of it. Then a rock fell on my